My man Mike, you know what's about to go down, Mike. I feel like the 49ers are going to have to resort to plan B, man, because plan A, Mike, not really looking good for the San Francisco 49ers. And word to Big Bird is that Kyle, there's a lot of anxiety going on at the 49er headquarters right now. You know what I'm saying? So let's get down to it. You ready to get to the BAM show, baby?
You damn right.
What's going on, 49er faithful? You know what time it is. It's time for the BAM show where we be knocking cats off and knocking cats out. You know what time it is. Hey, Mike, you know, I'm going to shout out the Breezy Bunch crew. They in the building for sure. But it's really good that you were able to redirect your route after I sent you a message probably around like 1 p.m. or something saying, bruh, I feel like I got hit by Mike Tyson, bro. Like, and I sound like I got hit by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, I was a little worried about you, but, you know, it's not often that you hit me and say that. So I was like, all right, my man, like, you know, feel better. That was it. Quick response. You know what I mean? Let it go.
First of all, I thought, like, okay, so something that you have to learn about me, right? I don't like quick responses like that. If I open up, I'm looking for a sentiment in return, right? Like to feel better.
You ain't like that?
No, I don't know how to take that. Like I don't. What you mean? What you
wrong
mean
with us?
What you mean feel better? Like what the is that supposed to be? How am I supposed to feel better if I don't feel good? I'm telling you I don't feel good. I'm looking for you to say, listen, man, you might like go back and read the text message where you told me you was sick. And what was my response to you?
I don't know. I would assume something similar to feel better. You said you was going to rest, so I'm not going to sit here and start texting you like go to bed.
Nah, bro. Like I think I said to you something like it's all good or something like that. I probably said, is there anything you need I could get you? I know I'm a little bit more in depth. Like you know what I mean? You just like a man. You'll feel better.
You know what it is though? Nah, I know what it is. I'm a follow-upper. Right? Like I'll hit you back later on like, hey, how are things going with that situation? Or
That is
are
true.
you feeling better today? Like I'm that person. And on the spot though, like I let you
But that hurt my feelings is what I'm saying.
I didn't know that. My bad. So now I know how to deal with you. See, I'm learning. So we're going.
Speaking of learning, Mike, we did a whole show yesterday. Go check it out on Another But Niners channel. Let me just tell y'all, if you miss these 30-minute shows, you are truly missing a treat, especially if they're live, because they're unscripted. Now listen, don't get it twisted. There's a title of the show. We're going to get to the topic for sure. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew. You know what time it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my Breezy Bunch crew members out there. Your show's coming soon this month. Probably one day next week while I'm in Alabama. I do a member show where, you know, we do a little trivia and I give a few things away. You know what I mean? But they have to win stuff is what I'm trying to say. Mike, we talked about the inhaler. So I just wanted to show you.
He got the nose chapstick, y'all.
I got the nose chapstick, and I'm telling you, man, when you give a sniff, like, bro, I mean, I could feel the eucalyptus stuff, like just like really starting to marinate right from like I don't know how did that get in my throat.
It don't sound like it worked.
Not right away. You got to give it time to break up the stuff, Mike. Now, if you need a little bit more, I'm probably ODing right now, but this is what I was telling you. You might want to try the saline called Sinex. You know what I'm saying? You might want to, you know what I mean? So I'll give it a squirt. I'm not doing the other side. Nope. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're not sponsored by Vicks, but, you know, if they want to send brothers some medicine and stuff like, you know, products out there, man, feel free to do it. But, you know.
Wow. Vicks done made it to both shows. And the incredible thing is we got a live demonstration. Like, I think.
Yeah. What you think?
You used the Vicks nose chapstick. Yeah. And I've never even seen this before.
Yeah.
You feel better?
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna make it through these 30 minutes.
Like, fam, I don't have a beep button, but you sniffed the beep out of those sticks.
I did,
like,
bro. Like I went hard. I told you it was like a white line, bro. And I don't know if we know
Oh
what that's
my-
like. I just seen it in the movies.
like you did them joints.
Bro. I mean, I could feel it the running. I could feel the cool running.
I feel fresher for you. Like I
Yeah.
inhaled better after you did it.
But don't I sound I think I sound a little bit better. Like
Already, I could hear the decongesting happening.
Shabba bam bam. You know what I mean? Shabba bam
Yeah.
bam. Speaking of bam, this is the Bam Show, man. Mike, let's drop bombs on them real quick. Yo, I don't know what's going on, bro, but the NFL is on an all-time crazy right now. And, you know, we've done shows. We've talked about the Niners. The Niners are the most snoozing and losing organization in the motherfucking history of galaxy of football teams, Mike. We snooze, we lose. And don't freeze on me. But tell me how I'm wrong by saying that if we snooze, we didn't lose Saleh yet. We didn't lose him yet. But the news that broke today was that the Jacksonville Jaguars, the breaking news, the Jacksonville Jaguars mutually parted ways with their general manager, Trent Baalke, former 49ers general manager, dude that screwed out of the 49ers time after time. And he ran out candidates, man. They literally had a dude, Liam Cohen, that they were going to make the head coach, and he rescinded his stuff and said, I'm going to stay as a offensive coordinator in Tampa Bay. And now Saleh's second interview is on its way. And before Saleh's second interview is up, they exiled Trent Baalke. Mike, I got to get your takes on this, man, because now I feel like I'm Neo. I'm Morpheus from the Matrix. Yeah.
So, you know, it's funny because I came on here and talked about Shad Khan sitting right next to Baalke saying,
Wait, say his name again.
is it Shad Khan?
I don't know. I'm asking you to say. I really don't know his name. When you said Shao Khan, I'm thinking Shao Khan. I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. I'm sorry. I don't know if you remember Shao
Have I been
Kahn.
saying it wrong this whole time?
No,
Yeah, that's the
you
dude that can
have been
change
saying
forms.
it right. You've been saying it right. But no, Shang Tsung is the dude that can transform.
Shang Tsung.
Tsung.
Is it Sung?
It's Tsung.
Oh.
The T is silent.
Dang, okay, so I knew I was saying something wrong. Anyway, so
Oh,
Mr.
shoot, I
Khan
can breathe. My bad.
went to the podium with Trent right next to him and was like, if I interview somebody and I like them and they present a better option to me than Trent, no problem. And now it's time for round twos and Trent's gone. So that tells me that he found somebody and it's time for that person's second interview.
Well, right.
And it was time to show that you're serious.
You mean he found somebody as a head coach? Because I believe the acting general manager right now, if I'm not mistaken, is somebody that's already, kind of like, been in the building. I think that's what they're going with. But, all right, here's the statement from Shad Khan. Following several discussions with Trent Baalke this week, we both arrived at the conclusion that it is in our mutual best interest. Like, they didn't even just say mutual interest. It's mutual best interest to respectfully separate. That's like respectfully disagreeing. Like, this shit don't make sense. Effective immediately. Trent leaves us with many deepest appreciations for his efforts over the past 5 seasons. Ethan Waugh, I think that's how you say his name. Or
Waugh,
was it Waff? Because
No, it's
laugh. But how do you know it's Waugh? It's spelled like laugh with a W.
You got this one. You got to take my word on this one.
I'm taking your word on this one, okay? So you had to say, will serve as interim
is it Waff?
general manager and play an important role with others as we continue the process of interviewing candidates to serve as our new head coach. I'm deeply committed to building a winner here in Jacksonville and look forward to introducing a new head coach who will make that happen for our players and fans alike.
So-
Shout out to my man Don't Bother Me. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you, dog. Welcome to the Breezy Bunch crew. Go ahead, Mike.
Welcome. So you get Robert Saleh with his first coordinating position in real gig in the NFL here, and his owner is Jed York, and Jed York has some not so glowing words or thoughts about Trent Baalke. Maybe, perhaps. We don't really know, but maybe, right? But Jed once entrusted his organization to Trent, and 2.5 coaches later, he was like, yeah, we got to move on from him too, right? So, boom. Fast forward, Ethan Waugh was here also when Robert Saleh was here. Or Waff, if we want to giggle. I like Waff now. I like Waff now.
Is it waff or waff? Because laugh.
Oh, waff.
Yeah.
Now I feel like Barry Kripke from Big Bang Theory. Like he has the speech impediment. Waff.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyhow, so Ethan Waugh was here, Robert Saleh was here, and now it's a little bit of a, reunited, and it feels so good. Like they right there, they ready to get, they're there. There's some overlap. So we'll see what happens.
I just feel like now that I can fully, inhale, I feel like we saw it coming because of the comment that because before what I read and what you stated that Shad said earlier prior when, we seen that this was about to happen. I really don't think Trent Baalke can get along with people. Like, I think he has a people problem. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? And if you go back to, the situation when he was here in San Francisco and Jed York allowed him to fire, Jim Harbaugh, I mean, the Niners probably would have had 2-3 championships by now. And Jim Harbaugh probably would have never went to Michigan. Now, we can say whatever we want to say, but, I mean, he chose to pay quarterback over the head coach, and it was just like they didn't get along. And so it's good news for Jacksonville because they're going to probably get better in the long run. But for the San Francisco 49ers, who pretty much had their plan A be a former defensive coordinator, former head coach, Robert Saleh, it makes it a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And so, like what is going to be plan B for the Niners at defensive coordinator?
It's tough because I don't know. I still haven't been able to identify plan A. I don't know that Robert Saleh was plan A because if he was, I feel like Kyle and John have enough of a cachet and rapport with Saleh where it's like, hey, you're going to be our guy. And if that was the case, then don't do all these other interviews and waste time. Like, get here.
But that's not I get what you're saying, but that's not how it works. If I want to be, I'm not going to be your guy as the head coach. And if my desire and hearts and desires is to be a head coach in the NFL, I'm going to go take those opportunities to at least try and attempt to see if I can get hired as a head coach. It might not even be about the bread. It could be about the ability to build and win on your own. Bro, it's like the prodigal son wanted to go out and figure out stuff. He wanted to figure out life. Luckily, his pops took him back in. You know what I'm saying? but I'm just saying, like, that's probably where Saleh is.
It's funny you say that.
Okay.
What the prodigal son have to go through before he went
Oh,
back
hell
home?
and high water, bro. Like,
You
literally.
think Saleh did that?
Nah. And that's my point. That's probably why he's not ready to return home yet. You said yesterday on the show that he kind of got a raw deal in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he got prematurely fired. You thought he got prematurely fired. It wasn't that he sucked. His team and organization sucked. Big difference.
Yeah.
And it probably came with the fact that he had no control or power on what went down there, right? And so what if Jacksonville is going to give him this power? Hey, man, listen, we're going to trust your vision. We're going to trust you can bring in your coaches. You could bring in whoever you need to make this happen. Sort of like, Aaron Glenn going to the Jets. Aaron Glenn, Steve Wilkes, defensive coordinator. Todd Haley, he's going to be there, probably an assistant coach. He's got some dogs. He's got some experience, former head coaches working with him. So maybe this is what Saleh was looking for. Maybe Saleh needs that opportunity, and maybe that's what he's going to get. Now, Unless Jed York made Saleh an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, I don't think that the checkbook is going to be the issue with this.
Okay. So what do you think is the holdup then? You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're saying that you don't believe that this might not have been plan A, then what do you think if Kyle Shanahan did go to him and tell him, hey man, you're gonna be our dude, go do your thing, what do you think the holdup is then?
I think it could be if Saleh was the team's first choice, I think that there could be this part of him that says, hey, I got the raw deal. I want to prove that I'm still a good head coach. It's a rare opportunity and someone still wants me. And let's be honest, it's not often that a head coach gets fired and someone wants him that same cycle.
That's true.
That does not happen often at all. So the fact that he's still interested, people are still interested in him, and there's 3 teams right now looking for somebody, I might have to keep my name in that hat, keep my name in that ring. So now, if he was our plan A, and we could have been his plan A as defensive coordinator, that doesn't mean that we were his plan A overall, because there's an elevated opportunity out there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back to being defensive coordinator. Yeah, I'll come back, Kyle. Kyle, you know what, man? These people really want to make me their head coach, and I'm sorry, but that's a better opportunity for me, man. I gotta go over there.
I mean, I agree that this might not be his plan A, but I think this was the Niners. I think this was the Niners' plan A, bro.
And that's what we get for not being diligent and interviewing all the top candidates when we had the opportunity. We're stupid. We are stupid.
Or it could have been.
This is what I've not been able to understand.
Or it could have been what you said. Like yes, we can say that we're stupid. I agree with you, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Or it could have been what you said yesterday. You said don't nobody want to come here. And so it could be a bit of both worlds, right? It could be that the Niners knew that, some of these guys were going to go with other teams. They got promised other things, other opportunities, room to grow. I think when you come to San Francisco, the question is, if I'm the coordinator, will I be able to grow? Like, how am I going to grow, right? And so, this is why I kept saying, if you're going to get a defensive coordinator, Mike, if you're going to get a if you're going to get a defensive coordinator, get somebody that ain't trying to become a head coach no time soon. Somebody that failed miserably and don't have the passion to be a head coach and that wants to come in here and focus on one criteria, and that's the defense. That is the main reason why I was after guys like Dennis Allen, Gus Bradley, those older type of coaches that have coached, I think, great defenses here in the NFL that aren't looking to run to a head coaching position like a spring chicken. And I don't know, Mike, if I made mention to this to you, but I remember being the first person to put this out in the atmosphere, and I got thrashed. And I did it on a live show. I didn't do it like on my social media or anything like that. So there's not going to be a receipt unless you go back and watch the live shows. But hey, Pete Carroll's name came up internally today in the building, in the headquarters. Now, Pete Carroll is a candidate for the head coaching position in the Raiders. And I'm going to be honest, if I'm the Raiders, I'm not letting him out. Because if anybody can turn this franchise around, it's a guy like Pete Carroll. I don't care if he's 74, 76, 77, whatever. I don't care if he's in the 70s. He gets players. He gets football. He's still that guy. He's still respected. It's just like you would want, not John Gruden, but what's my man from the Steelers when Tomlin took over? Bill Cowher. I still want him to come back and coach. I still think he got a great mind. I wouldn't even mind if Jimmy Johnson came back and coach. I know I'm old school, but these guys did it at an elite level.
It's guys like Wade Phillips. I would love to have as a defensive coordinator.
As a defensive coordinator, right?
He's walking and thinking about being a defensive coordinator. But there's certain minds, you know what I mean? There's certain minds that you just know how to knack for it. Last night Tony mentioned Rex Ryan, who's got a cozy ESPN job. But you tell me he wouldn't. Ryan. Come on, man.
The defense attitude would change.
Yeah, it would have no choice. It takes on the personality of the coordinator. And he's not going to come in here and let somebody be hanging over his shoulder like, hey, do it this way. No, get out of this room. This is my job. This is what I do.
I see a lot of people out there putting out the name Mike Patine Jr. I remember him being with the Browns. I'm trying to remember who he defensive coordinator. Let's look his name up.
Mike Patton? Is that
Patton,
who you're
yeah,
talking about?
my bad. Yeah, Mike Patton.
I have this is the dude that Kyle. Do you remember right when we hired Kyle, this clip went around where there was a big play by I want to say it was Johnny Manziel, and then he's like, good play, come on, now run the ball. And Kyle looks at him like,
Uh-oh.
this is when Kyle was a coordinator.
Oh, he was a head coach, right?
Yes. Kyle gave him the look.
Nah.
And it was like, all right, you know what, go. I trust you.
I don't think they're gonna work.
He's from out here where I live, man. He's out here from Doylestown. Check him out, man.
But I'm just saying, I don't think they're gonna work. I don't think those two personalities.
Assistant head coach, outside linebackers coach.
I don't think those two personalities will work. In my opinion, if you telling me there's an old story there, and Kyle doesn't let go of stuff, you know what I mean?
Wait, this is wrong.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, Pittsburgh. Oh, it's underneath. Never mind. I see. Okay, yeah. No, but that's right. Everything I said was right. Yeah. So Kyle gave him that look. Like, come on, dude. Like, really? He's like, all right, fine. Never mind. I trust you. Do what you want to do.
I think you got to go. The issue for us, though, Mike, is that the 49ers don't seem to be too interested in other guys. But now that their back is against the wall, this is kind of making me feel like they don't want Brandon Staley to be the defensive coordinator if you're hearing names like Pete Carroll come out, right? I mean, go get one of these old. You know what the issue is with the older guys? The question is going to be, can they connect to the younger generation?
I think that's overrated.
You could say it's overrated, but being an educator and trying to connect to the newer generation, especially
it has a value.
Especially if you're set in certain ways,
right.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it definitely has a value. Don't get me wrong, but when I say overrated, right? Like I want coachable guys. Like, let me give you the system, and then we'll learn to bond together throughout our trials and tribulations.
But that's going to take a minute, though, right? Like you're not going to expect him to get 22 coachable guys first year as defensive coordinator. Like he might get 3 or 4 plus the ones that we have that I feel like are coachable, and then over time. But what if Rex Ryan wants to be a head coach and he's out? He gives you one good year, and next thing you know, we right back in this situation. Clearly, he wants to be a head coach. He interviewed for the Jets job, so I would probably put the can on Rex Ryan and Pete Carroll, right? Like they kind of want to be head coaches again.
So what also makes me think that it was Robert Saleh, because I think that there could be this like backdoor buddy agreement, like, hey, if we bring you in as DC, like, we don't want to be here again next year. Like,
they were
you
going to have
give
to work
us 2
out
years.
they were going to work out like a deal, like a 5-year. If they were going to make him the highest paid guy in the NFL, he was going to literally have to give them time, with no outs.
Yeah, but so they could offer him a 20-year contract, and he could sign a 20-year contract. But as soon as a head coaching job came, they couldn't stop that. That's what I'm saying. I think that they needed to have like an agreement, like a man-to-man, eye-to-eye.
See,
like,
I thought that they could stop the agreement. They can fire the coach if they choose to be, and then they'll be on the books of paying that particular coach. But I don't think the coach can leave before their time is up in those type of contracts.
Oh, no, that's wrong.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Coordinators get poached all the time. You can't stop
from
step
going
up.
From
So
up.
if he was our DC here, and then next year, let's say Jacksonville calls and says we want you as head coach, we can't stop that, even though he has a contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like the 49ers. I mean, we at some point, as the time and the clock continues to tick, we're going to have to really dive into Brandon Staley. So, I mean, unless we start hearing some other names or some other candidates, we're going to have to really dive into the Staley guy, because he's the guy that's still here.
I mean, Okay. I think I figured out what Plan A was.
Don't say.
I figured
there's
out
no
what
way
Plan A
Staley
was.
was Plan A.
I think Staley was Plan A.
Nah, that can't. That doesn't even make sense.
That's why they brought him in here to get comfortable with the staff.
Okay.
See what their strengths and weaknesses are.
Okay.
Observe for a whole year. And the hiccup was, oh, snap, Robert Saleh is available. We didn't expect him to get fired this early in the season.
I can't see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this.
Snap. Dennis Allen is a fit. But you know what? Nope. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that with Dennis Allen. Nope, we're not going to take that look. Right? But all of a sudden, my best friend, my buddy.
Hey, my buddy and me.
Yep. So
Mike, you're going to have to play it. I hope you got your sound effects ready.
Excuse me, bitch.
Slick68, thank you for the super chat contribution, bro.
I'm just saying, if that was Plan A and then Saleh became available, it's like, okay, Staley, you ain't going nowhere. You under contract. Saleh, what you want to do? And now we're stuck waiting for Saleh to decide. That's it.
So you think
it.
So yeah, like that is it.
Why else did Staley come here? Somebody justify us bringing this guy here if not for that. First-time defensive coordinator versus veteran defensive coordinator, and you give the first-time guy the job knowing he's probably going to fail. Hey, you're our backup plan for him. No harm, no foul. Yeah.
Okay, but just because he was Plan A, that could be shifted down because clearly Plan A is the better option, right?
Plan A is the best option at the time.
Right.
Robert Saleh didn't exist at the time of the hiring.
No, he didn't. My point is, but now Robert Saleh is officially Plan A. That's my point, right?
Right.
So if I'm Brandon Staley, I wouldn't even want this job because I'm seconds.
Yeah. So
I
don't care if you don't want it if Saleh's coming.
But he doesn't have to accept the job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He can't go nowhere. He under contract. I'm looking up Brandon Staley's contract, by the way. I want to see. I don't know if it's going to be listed.
He could quit. Like, people could quit jobs, right? Well, I'm confused. Look, I understand that coaches can move up in the ranks and teams could come get them. I get that 1,000%. You know what I mean?
He's the assistant head coach.
He's an assistant head coach, right? So he can't go anything below that, but he don't have to stay as the assistant head coach. Didn't Anthony Lynn leave us?
Mm-hmm. I don't see a contract, though.
So the Bengals just hired Notre Dame's defensive coordinator, Al Golden. He's going to be their new defensive coordinator from Notre Dame, for those, So the Bengals are looking into the college ranks, But I think the Niners got to figure out how to go this old route, man, and get a guy that has been successful in the league, Mike, and let him come in here and get me big freaking DBs. Like, love Lenore, keep him in the slot, give me some bigger guys on the outside. Find me my mother freaking safeties. Maybe he could get the best out of Jair Brown, who's already on the roster. Maybe we trade Jair Brown to the Jets.
Why would we do that?
I don't know. A draft pick?
Is that where Wilkes went?
Yeah. Defensive coordinator.
Wait, when did that happen? Steve Wilkes got hired with the Jets?
Yeah. Aaron Glenn wanted him.
When did this happen?
Today. What'd I do? Well, hell yeah, I can clap too, mother. Sure can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about a round of applause? Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I
love it. I love it.
Because
I don't like
Wilkes
it. I love it.
Wilkes needs some experience as a defensive coordinator.
For sure. And he's going to be able to get it, and he knows he ain't going to get fired after one season.
And he can build his roster.
He already got a stack roster.
Wait, are you serious? Please tell me who he brought. See, and this is...
you want to know who Aaron Glenn brought? I just told you Aaron Glenn brought.
I want to know who Wilkes brought.
Oh, I'm just talking about his roster's already
Oh,
stacked.
oh, 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 oh.
Now
oh,
I
you meant, okay.
I can
You
see
meant
free
player
agency.
roster. Okay,
They'll go
I'm
after
sorry.
it. Say they might go get safety Jeremy Chin, right? Like he's
Yeah,
free from
no.
Washington. But I'm saying he already enhancing Sauce. I mean, I think DJ Reed's going to be a free agent, but they might draft Will Johnson. Now that they got the defensive coordinator and he's a secondary guy, this changes their draft philosophy.
Right. Yeah.
Bruh.
And so when I said you did say roster, and I didn't think player roster. I was thinking staff. I wanted to know who Wilkes took with him or who he was hiring as position coaches, because now we get to see what he didn't get a chance to do here.
I understand where you're going. I
You know,
don't
so
have
that's-
that in full
Yeah.
detail as of yet. But when
Okay.
we get it, we'll talk about it, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mike, you got
Mm-hmm.
time to do a 3-round mock draft? Because that's what we normally do on Wednesdays.
Yeah, let's knock one out real quick.
Let's knock one out
knock
real
it
quick. All right, let's knock it
the
out,
box,
man.
Rick.
Let's knock.
Knock,
I can't even
knock it
hit
out
the
the box,
Yo, I
Rick.
can't even hit the
Knock,
notes.
knock.
I have to go.
Was that a high note?
Because
Is
it's
that a high note?
scratched. Knock him out the box, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you did it. You did
I
it.
know, but it don't feel.
See, I don't even try that. I don't even hear it that high because I know I can't do that.
Oh man, my boy
Knock
Mike
him out the
in
box,
the
Rick.
building.
Knock
All
him
right,
out
let's
the
get
box,
this mock
Rick.
draft going. Let's see. PFF, where you at? Mock draft simulator. All right, boom. Here we go. All right, Mike, you get first pick this time.
Oh, snap. Yeah, you're right. Dang.
I'm all right. He said I was right. All right, Mike, let's bang it out.
You're
And
jiggling, baby.
go ahead, baby. All right, you ready? Is she? You ready?
Flotitious.
Skeevy?
I don't know the next
Delicious.
word. He be making up shit. Oh, that was delicious? That's the
It
one I
was
messed
delicious. Yeah, I don't know how you messed up on delicious.
up on? My
You know.
bad. Okay.
All right,
Let's
Mike.
do this.
So,
All right.
listen, I don't give a what we need. I want to know how Mike is drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I understand we need offensive tackles, defensive tackles. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching a live show, I'm going to separate this show and make it its own show too as well, because I like to keep things in uniform. We usually do mock drafts on Wednesdays, all right? But the thumbnail for today's show is Losing Saleh, if you guys, know about that movie, Losing Isaiah. All right, you ready, Mike? You on the clock.
Bye. All right. The 49ers are on the clock.
Let's see what the Jets win.
I
They
see
win.
Malachi Starks is out of here.
No, Malachi Starks is still available. I don't know if you can see
that's not the
on the
let me-
right.
Hold on, let me change my view up. Here.
So here's who went.
All right, here
Cam
we go.
Ward, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, T-Mac went to the Patriots. Mason Graham. Didn't I it wasn't you that I told. It wasn't
Will
you.
Campbell.
It wasn't you. It was that damn John Chapman. I said that the Jacksonville Jaguars will take Mason Graham. And I said, if you want him, you got to move up to 4. No, we only got to move up to 8 or 9. Yeah, all right. Anyway, he gone to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Campbell, first tackle off the board to the Raiders. Abdul Carter, first edge rusher off the board. James Pierce. That's my number 2, too. Damn it. And then Will Johnson went to the Saints. Luther Burden the third. I really don't think the Bears need another wide receiver, but they probably do. They're losing. Keenan Allen will be a free agent, so that'd be a great look. Oh my gosh! All right, you on the clock, dog?
This is an easy one for me right now.
Okay.
Hit that tackle real
Come
quick.
on,
Let me
man.
just see
Which
the
tackle?
tackles, but-
OT or DT?
Oh, offensive tackle. Sorry.
Okay, say less, bro. I got you. Oh, Mike. By the
Tackle,
way,
my
I haven't. Did I do this to you yesterday? I'm bad. Congratulations, your Ohio State Buckeyes, national champs. Oh, bro. The freak?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Still
Thank you.
can't stand y'all
Thank you.
motherfuckers, but it
know.
is what it
I
is.
know.
Y'all won though.
I
Glad y'all didn't
love
need us to
seeing.
win.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm glad we didn't have to have that little war here. I love seeing Josh Simmons right there.
So
I love that.
Can I give you my take on Josh Simmons, or do you not
You
want mine?
nervous? You nervous?
The
You want to know how
ACL
the bounce
injury?
back gonna be? Yeah.
So look, upside Trent Williams, downside.
That's what I need to know.
God,
That's what I want to know.
His upside is he has the ability to reach that status of doing the things that we've seen Trent Williams do on the left side. My issue with drafting the tackle right now is these guys are predominantly left tackles. So you look at Kelvin Banks, you look at Josh Simmons, they play
But
on
this
the
guy's
left side.
played right before.
He played 2-3 snaps, but he has played right, whereas Kelvin Banks hasn't played right. So I that makes me a little bit nervous that the usage, there's no way he's going to come in. So do we bring him in and he plays right tackle right away? That means he has to beat out Colt McKivitz. And I'm not saying that that's not hard. I'm just saying we don't know. I don't want to. I'm worried about drafting an injured player this high.
Right. No, I get it. And that's why you probably shouldn't do something like that, right? So I completely understand why somebody wouldn't do that. I get it.
But you would.
I get it.
Right? Is that what we're doing?
No, that's not what we're doing. You can go back to the safeties.
This brother, I wish
I
he
just
would
wanted to
draft
see.
the safety
I wanted to see who was
first.
there, and then let me see defensive tackles first too. Let me see defensive tackles first. See, I wish I knew who our defensive coordinator was going to be.
So Kenneth Grant would be the guy that you want. Kenneth Grant, the top 3. Walter Nolan is my number 2. Honestly, Walter Nolan is the guy. Like, if I know it's a reach at 11, you could trade back. If you deem fit, see if we can get an extra 3rd round pick. You want to try to trade back?
Mm-mm.
Want to try
I'm
to
staying here. I'm staying here.
Okay.
And I'm taking the safety.
Ooh.
And I'm taking the safety.
Malachi Starks. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You might as well just go ahead and click that.
Yeah. I didn't know he was available. Even though I told you he was available, I didn't know he was available. Even though I told you he was available. Listen, I don't dislike the pick. Not the best ball hawk in this draft, but I think overall probably the best safety overall.
You
safety.
like Nick Amenawari?
No, I like Xavier Watts. That's my number 1 guy, yo. If you throw that ball in his area and he's playing free safety, not around the line of scrimmage, it's a pick. He led the nation with 6 interceptions too, by the way. So I really did like Xavier Watts, who just went to the Jets. Go figure. And then Walter Nolan goes to the Bears in round 2. You can't make this stuff
8
up.
PBUs too.
Can't make this stuff up, bro. Literally, can't make this stuff up. All right, so I guess I'm on the clock with our 2nd round pick. You get a 3rd, I get a 3rd. So I kind of like what we're doing here. Mike went with a safety.
What I'm about to do next. I'm doing everything the way I want to do it. So y'all can argue with whoever y'all want to argue with.
Bruh, listen, man, this is our mock draft, and I don't care if you get tortured in the comment section. I'm just messing with you. Now, listen, man, you went with a guy. I like this edge rusher out of Ohio State, J.T. Tuimoloau. Tuimoloau. Love him to death. Played very well in the championship game too, the national championship game. I do like Jahad Campbell as well. I really feel like we need to get a linebacker, but Jalen Walker is there. Now, Mike, Jalen Walker is what you about? Why don't you tell me about who I'm picking?
No, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. I'm just looking at the team
version of
just
Michael
because of
Parsons.
where I just went and where you go into the same. So I was looking at. I thought that was interesting.
He's this year's version
of
of Michael Parsons. I just wanted to put that out there. So
okay.
As an outside linebacker guy that stands up, you know what I'm saying. And if we're possibly making that switch, possibly going to a hybrid system, you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. I really like Javon Walker out of Georgia.
So why ain't you doing it?
Because I wanted to see what offensive tackles were available. You know what I mean? Cameron Williams, not my favorite. I feel like in round 3, if you go offensive tackle, you may be able to get like Ariante Ursary or Jonah Savea-Nea. Like, you know what I mean? Donovan Jackson could be a good pick, bro. He could play guard and tackle. Like, you know what I mean? And he's held his own in that national championship game, bro. Hey, guess who he's filling in for?
Yeah, my man Simmons.
Chase Loon, out of UConn. Nobody's talking about him. Yo, the kid is 6'8" and is a solid right tackle. He's swift on his toes. Zone blocking grade is up there. Like, that might be a good prospect. So I feel like the Niners are going to draft the best fit at the tackle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. In my opinion, that's what I do. I'm still looking at best player available. I like Omar Norman Lott, the interior. You want an interior guy. I don't care about his grade. 6'3", 315. Kind of like the size that the Niners like at the defensive tackles. Not 330, 315, 300, 305. The 315 is kind of how they like those defensive tackles to be. I'm torn between Jalen Walker and JT Tuimoloau.
What to do? What?
I like Jahad Campbell as well.
Is this all players? Oh yeah, this is all players.
Yeah.
So that's who they have the highest right now?
Yeah, I like Campbell, man. Campbell is the all-purpose linebacker, though. I think he plays more than Mike, though. Like, you know what I mean? So are you drafting?
Mike.
Are you drafting the heir to a Fred Warner guy? But you can see Campbell, man. Like this, what he do?
We might need to have to replace Dre Greenlaw. You talking about Fred Warner?
I know. That's why I like.
We might need that nasty, gritty.
I know. He's just a straight pass rusher. So if you're looking for a guy to get to the quarterback, you're looking for 6'2", 245. That's where Jalen Walker comes. But I like JT. I like him. Not as severe of a pass rusher, but great in stopping the run.
That's not a bad pass rush grade either.
It's not but not as good as
some of the others.
Yeah,
he looks like the more complete guy. He looks like he has the best all-around grade.
Going JT, bro. I'm not gonna play around.
Dumb.
All right, Mike.
You might as well go on and take me to the quarterback position, baby. Let's see if my man's still on the board.
Will Howard. Are we going Will Howard there?
Nah,
I mean, hey.
Will Howard, man. I would not draft Will Howard.
Oh, okay.
I didn't 75.
I didn't know where you was going.
Let's see who's all here. All right.
I like all these quarterbacks, right? I mean, I feel like Will Howard and Riley Leonard are the same quarterback. Literally. They do the same stuff. They both run well. They throw well. I feel like Will Howard was blessed with a better receiving core. Quinn Ewers, I'm not high on him. Kyle McCord is great. Curtis Rourke is good out of Indiana. Who's the guy you looking at? Jackson Dart is there.
Yeah, but I feel like it's really early for Jackson Dart.
It is on this board.
He is going to be the guy I was going to get.
But
this board is wild.
He's definitely going. Well, it's because he hasn't played in the bowl games, right? And his stuff hasn't moved up. So that his stuff is definitely going to move up.
Give me Jackson Dart.
All right, there it is, man. Why do I feel like I talked to you?
Well, no, that's who I was looking for, but I thought maybe he was gone by him not being on the board. I didn't see him. I didn't think he had to scroll down that far.
I will say this: if you could get him in the third round, oh man, All right, man. I see my man Quinshawn Judkins here, man, and this is the third round.
Wait, picking Ohio State boys, boy, what?
It's the third round.
What?
Okay, it's the third round. Now I know people don't want to see me go running back in the third round. That's fine.
Why not? Y'all better stop that nonsense, man. Look, what do we need all year this year? Y'all better stop playing. I do like Chase Lunt there. I do want to address the offensive line. I like Connor Colby as well. Let me go see cornerbacks. Jacob Parrish, Denzel Burke. Not a big fan of Denzel Burke. I love O'Donnell Fortune, but it'll be too high, I feel like, to get him right now. How do you pass up on a Quinshawn Judkins? I mean, if you just straight up don't value the running back position, or you think McCaffrey's coming back healthy, like then he's just a rotational guy. Because here's the thing. Everybody that we had at the running back position got banged up and hurt and injured, right? Mason hurt. McCaffrey hurt. Isaac Garindo hurt, right? Like we don't have a guy right now. Oh, no, that's right.
Giddens.
Elijah Mitchell hurt.
Yeah. I love DJ Giddens too as well. Like you want the guy like his own grade, rushing grade, gap grade, best of both worlds. You know, yards after contact, 4 points.
It's got a high elusive rate too. Is his footwork like that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. I do.
Hey, click on. You ain't got to click on his elusive rate. Ain't that high? You ain't got to see that at all.
He's trucking you, bro.
He's a trucker, yeah. But
he's the Jordan Mason guy. I like the elusive too, but
wait, go back. Hit the dude with the purple bear. Scroll down a little bit more. No, a little bit more. No, not that one. Not him. It was one right there.
David Walker, the edge rusher.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude, his stuff is ranked high. Played in 12 games, 731 snaps, 12 sacks, 6 hits, 37 hurries. Man, look at his run defensive grade.
What the fluff? Why aren't more people talking about him?
Small school, man. Different competition.
Is it the competition? Is that why?
The combine will really help boost him up if he partakes in the combine. Central Arkansas, yeah, small school.
Okay, that's going to be a name I'm going to look out for. I'd heard people talk about him, but I didn't know.
I do like
he
Nick
was or
Nash
what
if
they
we
were
go
talking
wide
about.
receiver here. Nick Nash from San Jose State. Yeah.
6'3" guy? How tall is he?
Yeah. 6'3", 195.
Yep.
Give me this kid right here, man. I've been looking for a big freaking wide receiver. How long? I know we got Jawan Jennings, but this would be the guy.
So what you going to do, buddy?
Do I go running back? Do I go wide receiver?
Look at what we've done so far. Now,
So
don't
what we've done
forget,
so far,
we got
went
safety, we got edge, we got quarterback.
QB. And I know a lot of
this
people.
Draft. If we walked away with this draft, I would be happy so far. I'm not gonna lie.
In the first 3 rounds, hell yeah. I feel like the running backs, there's still good value of running backs later. I don't know if I got to waste it on a Quinshawn. Like I said, you could get Jarquez Hunter, Khalil Mullins. These are all Damian Martinez. You could take a shot on Trevor Etienne. Marcus Yarns is good. Taj Brooks, one of my faves, pass catching back from Texas Tech. Ollie Gordon the second. So I feel like you could. I mean, you're not gonna get the best guy. You know what I mean? Available right now, but you know, I didn't even look up RJ Harvey. Look at his elusive rating. He's more elusive from Central Florida.
Let me see. He's got more than 114.
122. You know them cats that go to them Florida schools, they be moving all over
Yes,
the field.
they move.
Bro.
They book, man. They book.
Yeah, zone and gap. 3.88 yards after contact, bruh.
How many receiving yards did he have? Where'd he go?
Does it say it right here?
It's up right there. No, you missed. Oh wait, that's after contact.
That's yards after contact. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
really
yeah.
very impressive. But if you scroll up,
But he only has 2
above-
drops, so that's good.
Yeah, that's why I want to see the receptions. I want to see
Yards,
the
yards
receptions.
per route. I don't think it's
Right there.
Oh yeah,
right
there it is.
Targets.
20. He's 20.
He don't get
20.
that's not terrible for targets in college.
Well, it's not. It's just a running back. It's 267 yards.
Okay.
But
20
only 2
receptions.
of these are drops, so that means 7 of these were uncatchable.
Yeah, rush, check down type things, like just get it out the hands, throw it at the foot of the guy. Okay.
Or do we double up at the edge?
Edge
That
over
pass rush win rate right there.
over
20
interior
25%.
offensive line.
Like, I'm digging that, bro. Do you see his pass rush win rate?
Yeah.
Well, let me introduce everybody to my man from UConn. Let me do that real quick because I know people are like, "Yo, you didn't get an offensive lineman." Blah 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 blah. Let's just take a look at this kid, right? All right, so he played 13 games, right? 897 snaps, almost 900 snaps. He gave up 0 sacks, 8 hits. 8 hurries, 1 hit. All at right tackle. That's the position everybody wants to get better at, right?
Right.
I guarantee you could get him in round 3. He could come in and compete just like Dominic Pooney did. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look at Tootin from Virginia Tech. Look at his run blocking grade. That's where he's going to start. And look at where he's most precise, end zone. This cat is 305 pounds at 6'8" and moves. He's too swift on his toes, bro. I watched film on him. I was like, yo, first of all, he's a smart kid. He moves in sync with the offensive line. It's almost like getting a Dominic Pooney again, but now you put him at the right tackle spot. So now that right side will move.
Right.
Am I selling you? Am I not selling you?
No, I like it. I like
I'm
it.
doing
man.
it. I don't care what nobody says. I'm doing
Ooh, there you go. See, that's what I told you, man. Don't listen to nobody else. Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right.
Who care about them grades? I don't care. I don't care what they give us
it. Yeah,
grades
nobody
on.
cares about the grades.
I knew that.
now.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the grades. You know, we draft out of position. We draft out of, position. You know what I mean? But for a 3-round mock draft, man, these 4 players, man, I think can come in year 1 and be effective. I really do. Maybe Jackson Dart, not Jackson Dart, but, I think he'll come in. If he had the opportunity, he would be able to come in and run this system like Brock Purdy did when his opportunity came into, got into the game. You know what I mean? That's my thoughts on that. Let us know what you think of the draft. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Mike, let's get out of here, baby, because I feel the VIX wearing off.
I hear you, man. And I sincerely do hope you feel better, not
Thank you, bro.
worse, because I said that. All right. We live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is The BAM Show.